My name is Gasma Ko. I'm 18 years old and I go to Federation University to do a Bachelor of Performing Arts. Quiet, like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet, like a sound of a page being turned in a book. Performing makes me feel, I don't know, invincible, I guess. I describe it as the purest form of adrenaline that you can get. It's what I imagine like skydiving would be like. You're the most vulnerable, in your most vulnerable state, so you feel like you could take on anything. I found out I could sing when I was quite young. It was mostly because of the fact that I wanted adults to listen to me. And I realized that like when I talk, they're not gonna listen to me. So I have to sing. And so I realized at like parties or certain things, I wanted like people to pay attention because I'm obviously you know, have to be the middle of attention. So I kind of started singing, and my dad would bring out the guitar, and everyone would listen to me. I was in music leadership, and then I became co-music captain for year 12, and that really helped me to kind of focus on helping other people to also do music. I was doing music leadership in the musicals, doing choirs, all of that kind of stuff, as well as fueling my own passion for it. So maybe I can roll with mine. I can keep it fine, I can keep it strong, but it's fine, it's fine. I can keep it alone, the voice is fine, I can keep it strong, what is wrong with me?
Gersama, she's had this kind of role in the music part of my life for like the last few years as well. It's been really like a parent, to be honest. She'd get mad at me if I didn't practice. She'd yell at me if I didn't do things that I usually do really well, if I'd slack off. And I actually am really grateful for that. She's taught me a lot of things musically. I think Gersama is actually really self-critical. It comes from a good place. She's trying to improve herself, but sometimes I feel like it could do the opposite, and it can bring yourself down, lower your self-esteem.
So I twisted my ankle about 3 years ago now, and I tore a ligament in my ankle, which resulted in swelling. Like I ended up on crutches for a very long time. It was hard because I had to give up dance in order to recover, and I kind of quit dance for a while. It does like create a negativity in your mind where it's just like you're never gonna be good enough because you have this injury and it's never gonna go away. You're just kind of stuck. Um, and it's hard to get out of that repetition of negativity in your own head.
When Garsama had her vocal injury, it like broke her. She wasn't the same emotionally, like especially since it was year 12 BCE, and that was the year when there was a lot of performances, a lot of things were going on for her. Not being able to communicate or being able to sing was like so emotionally damaging, I guess, for her, and it was just like weird seeing her like that.
When my vocal damage happened, it was in year 12, and I had a musical, theater play and another theater play all at the same time in the same month, and I was just scared. With that aside, I also had a music set list that I had to go through for vocal music performance for a VCE subject, and that was assessed. So it really does play with your mind and really does kill you inside a little bit, just saying like, okay, is this the point where I give up now?
A while ago, me and Gersima were talking, and like how me and her both have ethnic parents, and she wants to pursue music, but she feels like she can't, and is always discouraged because her parents are just like, it's just a dream, like it's not good enough of a career to live off of.
I was brought up with the ideologies of you're gonna do something that is achievable and sustainable, and it's going to be a career that is going to, at the end of the day, is going to be a 9 to 5 job. You're going to go to a desk, you're going to work, you're going to make money. That conflict that I did have, and those arguments and those, I guess, conversations that I had with my parents in order for me to even do music in the first place and choose to pursue it, it was a difficult conversation, and that argument and conflict happened for years and years and years. It does create a lot of doubt in your head, and you just kind of, you get to the point of just, I want to quit, or at the end of the day, you just have to believe in yourself enough to just go, you know what, you have to stop listening to these negative things and negative thoughts, and think that you just have to keep going, and it just has to, I don't know, just be excited for the future.
I met Gersima when I was in year 7 through the music department because I think I needed help with a couple of things. And she was like, yeah, man, sure, I'll help you. Something I admire about Gersima is she's pretty inspirational. She inspires a lot of people. So she's always pushing others to be like the best they can and like the best they can do. She looks out for her friends. She won't just brush you off or anything. She'll actually take her time and like help you out with what you need. She's determined to do whatever she like wants to do in that, and I think those things are what's gonna let her like really get far in the industry that she chooses.
I think Gerson is really witty, and like she's so funny. She's really funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she's pretty funny, and that's where her wit comes from. And she's, like I said, very encouraging and very inspiring. I feel like to achieve her dream, Gerson will have to sacrifice a lot of things, but also somehow stay like true to herself, because I feel like she's got it in her to be successful as a performer. I can't imagine her in any other kind of job.
One of my dreams in the very, very far future would be touring my own music or doing plays and musicals and all that kind of stuff. But right now it's mostly just like my ideal world is learning as much as I possibly can and educating myself so I can, find out what works for me and what doesn't. That's the main priority. I'm looking forward to pursuing music and working on my craft and figuring out what works for me and what doesn't, and working on new techniques, learning something new every day. What pushes me is the idea that it's too late to go back now anyway. I'm already in the middle of doing the degree that I've always wanted to do. I'm kind of, it's too late to say I'm gonna quit now, so it's just like you have to keep going because it is something that you love to do, and even though those like doubts come into your head, you're gonna have to just push them out and focus on and manifest on the goal that you want in the future.